Good morning, everybody. As you can probably hear, the construction is still going strong.
They're making some good progress.
They are. Because they've been working non-stop for the past 3 days. See, they're out there now with you probably can't really see, but a backhoe. Yeah. So last night, the bar below us, they decided to stay open until about 3:30 in the morning, so I'm running on about 4 hours of sleep. Thankfully, the kids can sleep through anything, especially when we wear them out enough, so they slept really good. Corey and I did not, but that's okay. But anyway, today is a good day because we start our journey home. I would say we go home, but we don't actually get home until like 36 hours from now. It's gonna be a long trip. We go from Singapore to Vietnam. We've got like a 11-hour, I think it's like an 11-hour layover. Vietnam to Taiwan, and Taiwan to Okinawa. But by the time we get home, we're really not gonna have a whole lot of downtime before Monday.
Monday, me and Dad have to go work.
Yes.
And I have to go to school. That's not going to be fun.
The first portion of this journey is going to be to ride the MRT to the airport, get our tickets. So it starts at, we'll call it 11:30 local time here in Singapore, and it will end roughly, so 26 hours from now when we land in Okinawa. Update. We did arrive to the airport, but we were greeted quickly with very bad news when we were told that we need a visa so that we can enter the airport, claim our baggage, go to a different check-in counter, and go right back through immigration, not even leaving the airport. And they're telling us that the cost of that is going to be $200 per person. That visa for $200 is good for 365 days. However, I only need it for 3 minutes.
Hi. My face is completely red because this is a nightmare.
So Lacey's extremely upset right now. We're all frustrated. We showed up to our first flight going from Singapore to Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, where we would then connect to a different airliner, which would take us to Taiwan and then so on and so forth. We arrived and they told us that we needed to have a Vietnam visa in order to essentially get off the airplane. Vietnam has a policy that as long as you're staying in the airport, you don't need a visa. Like, it makes sense, right? That's how most people travel. For whatever reason, this airline does not honor that. Long story short, we were forced to miss that flight, and now we are scrambling to find our way to get on another flight home. The worst case scenario, some of these are $6,000 and $7,000 flights just to get us back to Okinawa. So we have to move from Terminal 2 to Terminal 3 to go over there, make sure that there's no, gray print somewhere sitting in the background that's gonna screw us over like this particular instance did. So stand by and we will update you shortly. $1,778. We are now booked on a flight that will take us from here in Singapore, taking us to Taipei in Taiwan so that we can meet our connecting flight that will take us into Naha in Japan. This has been like the biggest nightmare in the world. Do we have $1,800 to just throw around and make it rain? Absolutely not. Like, this went from a vacation that we budgeted for to go have a great time and quickly turned into just the biggest mess ever because of what can be explained as nothing more than just red tape. We did our homework before the vacation ever even began. We did research to find out how much we would have to pay for visas, or if we would have to pay for visas. Vietnam apparently is a different situation where they are essentially using this as a moneymaker from the tourists that happen to be passing through there. They have these unofficial agreements with the individual airlines of whether or not that actually applies to them.
The kick in the pants of all of this is, in August of this year, Vietnam changed their visa laws. You used to be able to get a one-day visa pass for like $24 or $25, no big deal. But as Corey said, they are trying to find a way to make more money off of tourism, and so now they pigeonholed you into buying a 1-year visa pass. It's like $200 a person. And the worst part about all of this is it's Christmas. It's just terrible timing. The whole situation is just awful. I am devastated. I am disgusted. I just want it to be over, and I just want to be home.
We booked this back in like April, and we really did our homework. We continued to do our homework. We continued to stay on top of it. These things change and they evolve by the second, and major bummer, especially like Lacey said, at Christmas time. I can't explain that to them, you know, it sucks. Travel adventure.
We finally have almost made it to the point where we at least get to get on the airplane that is supposed to be taking us to Taiwan. Hopefully we'll see you guys in Taiwan.
It's 5:30 a.m. and let me be the first to welcome you to Taipei, Taiwan. Yeah, that flight was a nightmare. Gibson wet his pants while he was sleeping, and that was a mess. Tainted the seat. Neither Lacey nor I slept at all because of that. Feeling some fatigue. Trying to decide if I want to go for coffee or find a spot on the floor to take a nap, so I can balance this out. So we are all checked in for our final flight home, and we decided with our brief time here in Taiwan we would have a proper Taiwanese breakfast at Starbucks. Told you before, Starbucks is like the only constant on the planet. Everywhere you go, there's Starbucks. Alright, so we just passed through our final security checkpoint. We are gonna go get on this airplane and go to Okinawa finally. I think more than anything, Lacey and I are just excited to be done with standing in lines and being shuffled around. I did call my boss and say, is there any way I can get an extra day before I come back, because I really just need to recharge my batteries, because otherwise I'd have to be at work in like 18 hours or something like that. So that's just not happening. Fortunately, she's really cool and gracious and said, yes, absolutely, take the time you need. We'll see you whenever you're ready to come back. So thank you, boss lady. Just like that, we are finally back in Okinawa. Still gotta drive home, but we made it and we are happy. There's the guy. Why can't you take dogs on vacation? It's just not even fair. It's not fair. Oh, screen. No.
Oh my god.
You just punched a hole in it. Buddy boy. Reunited and it feels so good. You could probably tell by my surroundings, we made it home safely in one piece, but there's 4 of us, so I guess it's 4 pieces, but either way, and it feels good. I personally believe that when you take a vacation, it serves essentially 2 purposes. It gives you a break. It gets you away. It helps you explore your curiosity of what might be outside of your center and what you always know in your everyday life. But it also, for me at least, like, it allows me to appreciate what I've already got. And this vacation did that for me tenfold. I really appreciate what we have, so it's always good to come home to. And I was joking around with Lacey earlier that I was like, do you know what the last line in the movie Christmas Vacation is? And she goes, no, why would I know that? What it is Clark W. Griswold is standing there looking at the night sky, and he says, I did it. Now that I am a father of 2, I'm a husband, I'm a working professional, I understand what the creators of that movie were going for. I feel a sense of pride as a father and as a husband, and just as a man, I guess, that I was able to give that to my family. So I'm gonna give this vacation 2 thumbs up, despite the fact that I have yet to see the final bill. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Check us out on all of our social media, and we will see you guys next time.